Bonjour ma chérie. Bienvenue sur la chaîne 0Calvin. Veuillez vous asseoir et mettez-vous à l'aise. L'émission va commencer dans un instant. Au revoir pour l'instant, mon amour.
Hey, good morning everybody. Sorry for the French introduction, but I thought it added a certain je ne sais quoi to the stream today. Anyway, welcome to the fourth installment of this live thing. Let me get over to my chat, and I might have one viewer possibly. So hello, one viewer, whoever you might be. I guess we're here for some Satisfactory, so let's get that up and going. If there's anything else you want to do today other than play games, we'll do that too. I actually finally got some sleep for the last 2 days in a row, which is amazing. That's not to say that I'm not still sleepy. I only woke up about an hour ago, so I'm still getting going mentally. But, you know, that's okay. Let's see. Load our game. Totally gonna work stream. Looks like day 3-2 was the last one. Let's load the game. All right, let's see. When we last left off, it looks like we spent most of the stream last time rebuilding our power plant here, making it a little less stupid than it was. So it used to just burn leaves directly, and now it's changing the leaves and logs into biomatter, and then squishing them into little biomatter pellet thingies here. Then we're divvying up those pellets and burning them in individual biomass burners. And that apparently seems to be working okay. So now that we got our power sorted, we could probably go back to actually trying to accomplish some goals, I suppose. All right, still getting settled in here. Wee crunch. All right, let's see what our goals are. Looks like our goals, we could our goal for the space elevator thing is 1,000 smart whatsits, and looks like we got versatile frames and some kind of computer things that we got to do. We haven't started manufacturing them at all, but I think for the time being we're just going to build up, we're just going to rock through some of these easier achievements, some of these small milestones, and kind of work through maybe tier 2 or something today. So we get jump pads next. They actually might be useful for this map because there's so many elevation changes. Also, the jelly landing pad might be good for me since I keep jumping off the cliff and hurting myself, right? And we'll work towards our awesome sink and awesome shop. So the awesome shop will get to buy some customizations. Awesome sinks earn tickets to spend at the awesome shop. Basically, you pump in wasted resources, excess resources into the awesome sink, and you get coupons that you can spend at the shop. But there's a diminishing returns in that the more you pump into there, the less and less tickets you get over time. So it's important to spend your beginning tickets wisely because they'll become become harder and harder to get later on. And then we'll get faster conveyor belts and lifts later on. So for now, let's we'll continue on with our milestone of the jump pads. And we just need things that we're already manufacturing, which is great. So we just got to make sure we are actually manufacturing them. So let's do that. Where the hell are we? Wow, nobody showed up to my birthday party today, huh? It's not my birthday party, really. I'm just saying. Let's see. So we want to be making cable. So let's go over to the copper lens. Make sure cable is being manufactured. I don't think it is. So actually, let's take some wire in case we need it. And turn the rest to cable. Turn this puppy on. Oh, interesting. It used to be you had to hold down Shift to run, but now it seems like it toggles it. Oh, that's because that setting I changed for the control pad actually changed it on the keyboard as well. Gotcha. So Shift is now a toggle instead of something I gotta hold. I was wondering why. That's good, because I just want to run all the time. Okay, I'm making cable. Might possibly have 2 viewers now. Hello, 2 viewers. Okay, we've got to make sure we're making rotors. Doesn't look like we're making much of anything over here because, oh yeah, I have this shut down. Oops. I got to get used to not holding Shift now. Let's reconnect all this stuff. Let's see here. Where are my plates? Plates are here. Good, 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 good. This is shut down, I think, which is good. So we don't want to turn our plates into reinforced plates. We have one made so far, so we're doing good there. Rotors. Rotors are being manufactured, which is a good thing. We need them. We want to turn this off. We do need smart wetsits, but for now we need rotors. So we're going to turn that off since we're not making reinforced plates anyway right now. Yeah, I'm being super lazy. Like I could set up different manufacturing things, but I'm just being economical with my factories. I don't have a lot of space, and I just kind of want to get through some of these early stages with a minimal of building. So I kind of created a universal setup here where I can switch things on and off, trying to get what I need in a slightly longer amount of time maybe, but you know, it is what it is. All right, building those up. We only need about 100 more of them, so that's not bad. We actually have a lot of cable, so I don't even know why I went through and started making cable, but whatever. Rotors. Rotors are up top. Can't wait till we get signs. Oh, there's our first rotor off the assembly line. Majestic. Hello? Where'd he go? Is he going through? Oh yeah, he's going to go through. He's actually going into this. Gotcha, gotcha. So we'll have to grab it out of here probably first because they're going to build up in here. That's something I didn't understand when I first started playing this game, but there's actually input and output buffers in each of the machines too. So, you know, this actually has an inventory inside of it. Same with, well, we don't have any going out, but you build up some going out too if they pile up. So see, there's one coming in, and then this will tick up to 2 in a minute. Any day now. Hello? Sure, yeah, make a liar out of me. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, okay, he's piled up there. I have it off, so it's not going to go into the buffer. They're sitting out here. Okay, whatever. That's fine. It's fine. Don't panic. So those are just gonna start building up. Not exactly a lot for me to do while that happens. I was planning on talking to people in chat, but they seem shy today. That's fine. We'll just, you know, stare at machinery awkwardly in silence. It's fine. No, I actually have a shit ton of iron plates. God, I keep hitting the space now, just out of muscle memory. Yep, totally brain dead. This guy, yeah. So I actually have all these, so I don't even know why I'm waiting on them. I have 4 of them. So really, we're only waiting on rotors to spit out. Which actually kind of means I can switch the other stuff on and start making some smart whatsits. Because we're going to need 1,000 of them little bastards anyway. So this other part of the factory I can actually start running, and actually start doing something with. So let's actually make reinforced plates. And then those reinforced plates will spit out eventually. Join with the rotors that we no longer need and start making smart whatsits. Cool. No, wait, I'm stupid. I'm just so sleepy today. I still need rotors, so I still gotta let them build up. So dumb. Hey, morning, Leo. Welcome to my lonely, no viewer stream this morning. I'm just turning machines on and off. Not doing a hell of a lot. Right now we're collecting these little rotor guys. Need 44 more of them. And right now we have like 1. And we have nothing else to do. So we're going to just sit here and stare at rotors piling up, I suppose. I don't know. Not really quite sure. Anyway, how are you doing this evening, I guess, for you? How's your computer? Is it all up and running? I'm just going to wander out into the wilderness. Exploring is always fun. Let's see where this trail goes. Guess I could pick leaves as I roll. Oh, we got some sulfur. Are these rib bones of some ancient something? Who knows? Ooh, a super slug that I can't get to. Pow, pow, power slug. Yay. Too early for platforming. Yay. Mental note. It's one of those Mercer spheres up there. One day when we can fly, we will get it. Another power slug. Not a very nice day here in wherever we are. Hello, Mr. Power Slug. Hang on a minute. There we go. Now I can, I'm so used to holding down shift with my thumb if I need to run. Just reading your, hey Dillick, just reading Leo's chat right now. Sorry, I've been bouncing back and forth between this system and the new one. It's up and running, just wrangling the drives and driver installation. It doesn't have an internet connection just yet. That's great though, I'm glad it's up and running. Don't feel too pressured into putting the 27 hard drives in that Nate wants you to do. Just kidding though. Cool, glad it's going. Then you have to, of course, make it your home again by installing all the programs you use on a daily basis. I usually find that it's best just to do that as you need them, you know, do the basics and then as you need stuff, just install it. Otherwise, it's just a pain in the butt. Where's Mr. Power Slug? There he is. I don't even know if we can get there. This is a crazy map, man. Without the ability to fly. Whoa, hello. Please don't eat me. Without the ability to fly. It's pretty wild. And this. Jetpacks are just the way to roll. I could have almost kind of sort of made that. Yeah, oh well. I'm not super invested in getting that, to be honest. Yeah, I hear you, Leo. Dillick. Possibly I read your comment. Was it the one about bringing Dictator over? Because to be honest, I wasn't actually sure what your problem was. Maybe if you describe it a little bit in more detail, I might be able to give you some advice. But to be perfectly honest, I've done it exactly once just to see if it worked, so I probably don't have much sage advice for you with that respect. Hey, Asgar, how's it going? Wonderful to see you. Asgar is my longest running Patreon supporter, I think. Super nice to see you, bro. It's funny though, like most people have a Patreon account to raise money, but my memberships are only $1 a piece. It's really just I started that back before they had free memberships, and the idea was just another place where people could kind of like contact me and interact with me. I'm not really planning on getting rich for $1 a membership. So if you want to join, please join. It's cheap. Yep, lots of crazy elevational stuff going on around here. And lots of weeds. This is our current map. It expands out. The black parts are not like evil voids. They're just places that haven't been filled in yet with exploration and such. So we're over here. Hello, 0Calvin. That's our hub and space elevator. So actually not much has been discovered yet. We can head south and see what's down there. Let's go southwest-ish, see what's going on. Man, thanks for that, Asgar. I appreciate it. I did stop for quite some time. I took like a 6-month hiatus from YouTube. Just kind of got fed up. I guess I got burnout, and I don't know. Real life takes over sometimes, you know. I had a lot going on in the real world. And I sort of, at the same time, ran out of things to say. You know, there's only so many videos you can make about iClone, and other people do iClone videos too, so there's not a reason to be redundant on a lot of things. I tend to think I get into some of the weirder aspects of iClone. I'm always kind of investigating the inner workings of, doing things non-standardly, or doing the things that most people don't, the average user is probably not going to use. Like, for instance, there's a online friend of mine who is he's real into non-standard characters in iClone. A lot of them are brought over from Daz originally, and then he's doing things like grafting other arms to him and stuff. So, but he wants to be able to bring in facial animations, and I think he's doing a G9, a Generation 9, and they don't actually have a facial animation workflow yet for G9, only for G8. Now, there was some guy who made like a standard expression set for G9 that you could just, like a profile you can just bring in, but it's for his specific character, and they look kind of weird when you use one of your own characters. So this guy was wondering if he was basically trying to figure out the workflow, and he had this long convoluted workflow that would probably work, but there's an easier way, I think. So, you know, it's that kind of stuff where I have to kind of do investigations on how this, like, the facial profiles work. And I know there's a way of loading in an FBX animation sequence into the facial editor. So I'm going to investigate how to create that with G9 for him, so he can bring them in as one FBX file instead of importing like 30 different individual morphs, which would be craziness, which I think is what he's currently doing. But yeah, anyway, wow, that's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty. We ended up going north, but I'm just meandering. But wow, that's wild. When we can fly, this is going to be a cool place, but right now it's just death. Yeah, so probably my next video will be on bringing facial expressions and visemes from G9 characters over into iClone non-standard characters. Yeah, so kind of an out in the weeds sort of video, but those are my niche videos these days, you know. I'm also enjoying, since I have the time now, I'm enjoying doing my little animations. Last one I just released was that one called Strong Coffee. Or south, let's go southish. That's a lot of fun. I'm actually really enjoying doing animations. It's so funny because, you know, I obviously use iClone, or started using iClone because of animations, and then I spent years making videos on like the intricacies of iClone, and very little of my time actually, you know, doing animations. So there's another Mercer sphere, which is cool. See this guy right there. So I'm enjoying spending some time actually doing those animations now. I also revived Maud and Mittens, which was like a series I had planned on making, an old lady and her cat that kind of go around. I don't want to call them social justice warriors, but they go around solving problems or crimes or situations inadvertently, just because whatever's happening is an inconvenience to them, and they bully through it, and then it just happens to be an improvement, you know, a boon to society at the end. So the one and only first one was them foiling a robbery, basically because they needed to be checked out because they had to go watch get home in time to watch a TV show about how to make a souffle. So, yep. Oh, let's. Oh, splash. Guy. So it's that kind of silly stuff. So the next one I'm gonna do, I think, is not gonna be a Maud and Mittens. It's gonna be another standalone, like Strong Coffee was. I think it's gonna be one that's making fun of the AI boom. So look forward to that. Anyway, kids, I think we should make our way back to the hub. We'll probably have enough of the rotors by now. This is a pretty place, though, isn't it? Ooh. Let me get one more slug. I'm seeing those. See those trees that are reddish back there? Those usually indicate radiation, I think. So there's areas where there's like a lot of active radiation. Hello, hello, guy. Interesting. All right, let's try to find the hub. Head for the space elevator. It's a pretty easy landmark. So what are you doing these days, Ascar, if you're still watching? Are you, do you still work, or are you retired? It's funny, you're like one of the longest Patreon supporters, and I don't know a ton about you. I know you live up in the Netherlands somewhere, right? I believe. It's, other than that, I don't know a great deal about you. Ooh, home sweet home. Things are still running, which is nice. Seems like our intermittent power problems have been sorted for now. Oh, let's see. Rotors. They should be hanging out here somewhere. There's rotors. Looks like they're getting backed up nicely. Oh, 6 more to go. Bummer, dude. Let's do something with our power slugs. So these power slugs, you can make power shards with them. Dun dun dun, power shards. Do we have anything in here? No. So power shards are pretty nice. You can, if you have something going slow and you need to juice it up and you don't want to add more of them, you just want to zip it up a little bit, you can shove a Are we not allowed to do that yet? I don't know if our machinery can take that yet. Is that something? Wow, it's still locked. Okay. So yeah, eventually we'll be able to run these in here. But that's not an upgrade we get yet, apparently. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't even realize that we'd have to unlock that. It's been so long since I began one of these games. Crazy. Like my roller coaster. How's our smart what's-its doing? 3? Wow. Really 3, huh? Oh, right. We only did 3 because we stopped our rotor production because we're collecting them right now. Great, yeah, gotcha. Yep. So let's see what we need to do to start manufacturing those other 2 space elevator products. Um, oh, aha, recipes, parts. You know, actually, get away from the noise of this a little bit. That's better. Yeah. So we don't actually even know how to make that stuff yet. That's kind of what I suspected. So for now, that wants us to just focus on making smart plating. We don't even have the technology yet to make this other stuff, which makes sense. I think this is a flight controller. This is a versatile something another. Versatile framework or something, but I believe this requires steel, which means we need to locate coal eventually to make steel. These things, I'm not sure, I don't remember what goes into them, to be honest. But we don't even know the recipes yet, so that's fine. That's actually good. It keeps us focused. I found that that's one nice thing about this game is it doesn't really overwhelm you. It kind of does a good job of guiding you through what you need to build. You don't really have a good idea of how many and of what things you're going to need in the future, but it does guide you to at least start building factories for the things you're going to need. And I did find out that basically anything that you start manufacturing in scale, you're going to almost always need. So if you build a factory that's pumping out something, usually it's a good idea just to leave it, because eventually you're going to need them. Even if you temporarily shut it down to save power. Deviant, hey! Welcome to, 6 concurrent viewers. Doing crazy. I'm like super popular now. For a while I was talking to myself. Ooh, 7, hello. What's going on, Deviant? How are you doing these days? How's life on the other side of the planet today? Yeah, 7 viewers, I know, man. I'm like internet famous now. For those of you who have just joined this riveting live stream, we are currently waiting on rotors to be produced to accomplish our milestone of getting jump pads, and that's about it. Then we can turn the machinery back over to making smart panels, and work towards our goal for feeding this beast here. Working on your car, nice. Something serious, or just things like brakes or tires or spark plugs, or relatively easy things like that. I actually had to I did the brakes on my truck about a month ago, and then a week later the brakes on my car went because it got jealous apparently. They started screeching, so I had to do those. Just never ends, you know. Anyway, let's see. We need what, 6 more? I think we got them. All right, I'm gonna turn this beastie back on. Start making our smart whatsits. Oh, oh, not a trivial thing, a full engine rebuild and swap. That's super cool, man. That's awesome that you're able to do that. I live in an apartment, so I think they would get a little pissed off if I did that out in the parking lot. Plus, I'm not sure I would ever be able to accomplish that. I'm pretty mechanically inclined. I do work on my car all the time, but never done anything at quite that scale before.
Milestone reached. The Fix-It jump pad combines high technology and innovation for optimized factory traversal and an ideal travel experience.
Yay.
Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed, individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
Hey, I just realized something. I think we can actually get a chainsaw. I think we can make chainsaws now. Haha, we can. Let's make a chainsaw. Now we can deforest the world too. Hey, there's the guru. Good morning, Jay. Deviant says, man, I just got a mechanic book for my car. I've never done this before either. Well, awesome, man. Good luck to you then. Take pictures and notes of where all the little parts go, because there's like, when you're swapping out engines, there's like so many hose connections and wiring harnesses, right? But good luck to you. That's cool. What kind of car is it, if you don't mind me asking? Chainsaw. Oh, we need another hand slot. Well, let's see. We don't need our zapper because our Xenos are friendly, so let's do a chainsaw. But our chainsaw needs fuel. We need pellets. We need pellets, which means we gotta steal some. How do I put this away? N? No. H. 1989 Nissan GQ Patrol or Y60 Safari, depending on where you live. Wow, okay. Nice. I thought my 1998 truck was old. It's nice to see keeping the old equipment alive. I always liked Nissans. Nissan, or however people say it. Should be Nissan, I think it would be the actual Japanese way of saying it. Yep, Deviant does it all. Hello. Good morning. Oh, you're gonna float over towards me. Nice. Yikes. Must be nice to be filled with hot air. I wonder if that's a glitch, or is he supposed to just kind of float? I know he's very much like a balloon. If you jump on his back, you bounce up and down. All right, buddy. Nissan. Anyway, getting sidetracked. I think we were going to do pellets of some sort. Which is a problem, because it looks like we've burnt them all up. I think we may have burnt them all up. I think we've gone through all our vegetation. Yep, certainly have. Hey, we never made a stupidly my biofuel things. I never made a storage place for them. Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, I guess I could steal them out of here. What can I do? We're gonna need them for a while as excess for chainsaws and such. I mean, I could get rid of one of these burners. I mean, we've got an excess, I think. We could just set up a guy right here-ish. Somewhere, right there. Just divert just a small portion of our proceeds over to storage here. That sounds like a good idea. In the meantime, let's see. Just feed the beast and get a couple of pellets. So actually, I got to go downstairs. Hey, let's try out our gel pad thing. Can we make a gel pad thing? B, right? No, that's flashlight. Q, totally spaced out on that. Yeah, I don't know if it looks professional, Jay, but thanks. Let's see. I guess it counts as transportation. We can make, oh, that's a big thing. That requires power? Does it really require power? I've never actually used one of these things. Yeah, this is a landing pad so I don't hurt myself when I jump down. Where's the fun in that? Not wasted power on that when I can just heal a broken ankle once in a while. Oh yeah, let's see, we were gonna feed the beasts. So, wood was going to be down below, and up top, are leaves. Can make a jump thing if we have the stuff for it. I don't know if it'll go all the way up there. We can try. Two rotors. Whatever. Guess I can steal a couple rotors. Oh yeah, I could springboard right into the rock face. That sounds cool. Probably not good. I have no idea if that actually is going to work, but I'm just kind of curious. Of course. Come on, I need power. Really? You're gonna make me run one all the way from here? Nope, that's filled up too. How is that filled up? Oh, there's two going off there. One thing I should never do is create an electrical grid in real life. Oh yeah, deviate. So the idea here is we work for a company called Fixit. We are sent by ourselves to some random planet to exploit it for resources, yes. For the glory of mankind, of course. So we're building something up here in our space elevator to save Earth, mankind, whatever. So the idea is ultimately we have to send resources. We have to build things and send it up this space elevator. So you notice on the top right I have the objective, complete so many of those different things. So the idea is we have to complete those assemblies and send them up here. We also have shorter term goals, which actually I should probably get the next set. The shorter term ones kind of help you build yourself up through the technological ladder, so to speak. So as you accomplish things, you unlock more and more complex assemblies. So we're starting off with simple machines, smelting iron and making rods and stuff out of it. Eventually, we'll work all the way up to like the nuclear age, and where we're making particle accelerators and other crazy things. So we have these goals. We have different tiers. In each of those tiers, we can work through some kind of sub-goals to complete those tiers. So tier 3, we start to get coal and vehicles, get tractors, get coal plants, which is really nice. We can start making steel, fun stuff like that. I'm gonna get all kinds of, and we get hypertubes. When do I get a jetpack though? Eventually I'll get a jetpack. Fortunately, I don't get it here. But yeah, for now we're working our way through tier 2. And our next thing is to get our next awards if we complete this. So basically the idea is we feed it these things, and then in return we get access to this stuff that we can build. Yeah, my last game, I played this once before, and I actually never made the nuclear reactors. I went as far as petroleum burning type power station, and that was it. So yeah, like an oil burning power station was the height of my technological savvy as far as power production is concerned. The nuclear is really annoying, just like in real life, because you have to deal with all the, waste, and you have to store it somewhere or do something with it. I just decided not to mess with it because I was able to build enough of the other ones to get through. There's a lot of cheats and other ways you can kind of boost your power grid up where you don't really need nuclear power. Some people are completionists and like to do that, but it just wasn't for me. So yeah, we get an awesome sink, which we can access the resources, we can pump into it. We get tickets that we can then spend at the shop, and the shop gives us upgrades, different things we can build that are more like superficial. Some are useful, like factory floors and walls and things like that. But yeah, let's work towards this milestone now. So we've selected it. So now you can see it off on the top right there. We got to start feeding it those resources. So we do have some. I have most of the concrete already. I have all the copper wire. I have some of these rods, and I have some of these. So we're well on our way. We need a little bit more concrete. And we need these guys. I might just hand make these, to be honest. Yeah, it's cool, and there's as you go along in the game, there's even more to it. It's nice. There's always something to do, whether it's exploring or there's always something to build or do. You're always kind of balancing the fact that for like the rods and the plates, I can actually just build them in our workshop here. So I can hand make those things. I could mine some ore, make the iron, and then iron ingots out of it, make the plates, which I'll probably do. Or we can make a factory that pumps those out. So, for instance, this factory is making rods and plates, but then they get turned into, like, we have rods, we have screws and plates being turned into reinforced rods. So if I wanted to accumulate some plates, I can actually turn this off, and then my plates would build up in here. Same with the rods over here. They're going in. Some are being turned into screws. I have some excess ones here that I'm just going to steal, though. The excess ones were going in to be combined with screws and making rotors. The rotors and those reinforced plates go together to make smart plates. So yeah, it's a whole thing. This is one of the more basic assembly lines that you'll get in the game. They really start getting quite complex. So let's see, we need 101 of those, so I'll just let them build up for a little while. Actually, while I'm over here, let's mine some ore. The old-fashioned way. No. Let's not be primitive. It's fine. Sorry, just catching up on chat. So you're still around, Jay, watching. What are you working on today? Are you working, or are you just playing today? You taking the day off? Let's go gather my concrete. So my concrete's actually over here. We can either go up and over or we can go around. I'm not sure going up and over is any shorter, but what the hell. Hey, look at you floating. That's a nice trick. Oh, there you go. Gravity just realized it was had a problem. You know, I just realized I fed the power plant because I was going to get pellets, and then I went away, and they're probably getting all burnt up. Oh well. Are we shut off? No power. For why you got no power? Interesting. So this has actually had no power for a while because it's not like it's even been producing. So when I redid my power plant, I forgot to hook this back up apparently. That's a bad thing. Let's go see what's going on. Let's see what Guru says. Day off? Never. Framework integrations. I'm adding a photo camera to narrative so my player can take pictures. Nice. Narrative, capital, proper noun. Is that a project you're working on? Like a side game or something? My apologies that I don't know that. I enjoyed your little diner animation that came together very quickly. Yeah, that went pretty well. I actually struggled. I actually had a lot of weird, stupid, glitchy setbacks, but you know, that's typical of 3D. Like my preview camera getting locked somehow. And I also had the fact that after a certain point, like I ended up, believe it or not, that whole animation was done in one project. It wasn't several that I glued together in post. The only thing I had to do was just remove some dead air from the final render, but that was actually all rendered at from one project. But one of the weird things was even when I used reach targets for like the reaching for the coffee pot and things like that, and even after they were released and I knew they were like released and not, you know, I can look in the timeline, they're definitely released. For some reason, I couldn't get her to like pose or close her hand anymore. So I actually had to create a copy of her, make her invisible, and for the, you know, the last ending scenes, I actually had to have her her duplicate do the acting. Stupid things like that, right? Narrative is a game framework. It's supposed to make it easier to build logic, but of course it has a learning curve too. So you're kind of playing around with it, trying to learn it. Gotcha. Pretty neat. So you're working, but not really working, more like play working. It's sad and also nice, I guess, at the same time that we will work in 3D for a living, and then on our time off, we still play with it. I guess that's good. It means we're doing what we love. Me stuff. I hear you, Jay. Anyway, let's go back to, where the hell was I? All right, so have our power. Get out of the way. Have our power going there, our power going there. Our power going right through our space elevator. And it ends here. Yep, okay, so that is a thing. So we really need to tie it into our maxed out power grid over here. We have a point where we can add it. Of course not. Of course not. Well, could technically chuck it on that pole. That's kind of stupid though. Well, stupid is our middle name, I think. So let's do it. There. Start making concrete. I'm gonna collect more leaves, feed it to the thing, grab our stupid power pellets, get our chainsaw going. Get our power pellets. But yeah, anyway, I did have a lot of fun with that animation, strong coffee animation. It's super fun. It's one of those projects that I had in the back of my head for literally years and just never did anything with it. Fortunately, I had a list, so I kept as I come up with ideas like this, I'll jot them down. And yeah, I looked at the list and saying, hey, yeah, I actually want to do that. So just worked on it. I managed to bang, and I did some preliminary work, like an hour's worth of work, one day, and then I finished it the next day, which for a 1 and 20-second animation seems like a long time, but I guess it went by pretty fast. Working through installation, trying to wrangle, hooking up the internet. Nothing to be installed nowadays without it. Yep, installing software. Anyway, let's run up top and get some power pellets, eh? I mean, we did set up the siphon. Let's see if our siphon is actually working. Hey, look, we have some. Nice. We're taking like 1/8 of our production line or something like that, I think. Setting them aside. So we'll always have a few power pellets. So now, we should be able to cut down the universe. Oh, nice. That's an animation they actually added in the last update. It used to just kind of disappear. But now apparently stuff happens. Nice. Well, we're gonna do some cleanup work today. You guys are gonna get so sick of the chainsaw sound. Yeah. It's a powerful chainsaw, man. Okay. Don't die. Don't. Come on. Yeah, the chainsaw even works on shrubbery. Alright, see you, Leo. Whoa, 4 weeks of full-time work for 30 seconds. Yeah. I mean, you're working on like a real production and not a very crappy looking animation, but yeah, it's disheartening sometimes, right? You work, and it's just a month of your time, full-time, a month, and it's 30 seconds of what the viewer is going to see. It's just crazy. And you're only working on a part of it, right? Like, it still has to be, that 30 seconds still has to be composited in and, you know, produced. So that's not even all the work for that 30 seconds of whatever you did. Super nuts. Makes it tough. Makes it tough if you do, like, if your YouTube channel is going to be just about animations, because it's a lot of work, right, to make animations, and then YouTube sees a 30-second video and says, you're crap, man. You might as well make a short out of it, and then people will view it for, you know, it gets popular for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and you get a few 100,000 views that people forget about instantly, and then that's it. So I read that the latest generation, the attention span is actually 8 seconds, which is 1 second less than a goldfish. So that tells you everything you need to know about that. Yeah, footage, mocap, I know, right? Like, you need to do animation, so you have to jump in the suit, you have to act it out a few times, push it through like 3 different software packages to get it massaged into what you need it to do. Yeah, it's crazy. I definitely have a lot of respect for the amount of work that you have to do to get your job done. I'm also happy to see you came to the dark side, and you're such an avid iClone user these days too. I feel like I, did something wrong by corrupting you. But then again, Daz has not done a lot to endear itself towards loyalty these days, so I don't feel that bad about it. I don't think we can reach him without killing ourselves. That's fine. iClone is just so damn versatile. I mean, it goes to show you, people complain because you have to pay for it, but,
when people are receiving money for a product, they tend to put some more effort into the product than if it's available for free. It's just the way the world works. Not that Daz doesn't make a crap load of money off of the store and stuff like that, but still, you know, they iClone, they release, you know, Real Illusion, they release updates so often. I don't really keep up with all the new features, like that new Super's AI smart search thing. You know, that's been out for a while, and I never really even played with it until the other day. So the chainsaw will actually cut down a whole area of things, even if it's shrubbery. I can cut this down and it's going to do the shrub, the tree, all of it. So it's kind of a quicker way to harvest even the plants. Yeah, I really love that about iClone. It's for tweaking animations and things like that, and you know, even creating them from scratch. It's a wonderful program, and the fact that you can move things in and out between Blender and Unreal and things like that relatively easily. It's definitely worth it, I think. But if you do any sort of animating, I think it's a worthwhile package to have. Of course it costs money, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not terribly expensive for what it does. I mean, they do rope you into buying like nickel and diming you for every little extra thing you want, but that is the way of the world. And fortunately, they haven't gone the way of subscriptions or anything, so there is that. Let's not give them any ideas though, huh? So we've deforested quite a bit of this. Got lots of stuff now. Many woods, many leaves. All right, let's go down. Ha! No broken ankles for me today. Let's just clean up the old camp a little bit. Kind of interrupting my power supply. Oh, I didn't actually want to cut the big one down. That makes me a little sad. Oh well. This guy can definitely go. Now I can actually see things from up there. Very nice. So we should have our concrete by now. Let's go gather up our concrete. I'm going to walk around the long way. Am I going the right way? No. Hey there, Blubberbutt. Catch up on chat real quick. Deviant, you don't have character creator in iClone? For some reason I thought you did. They're fun to have. It's a learning curve like anything else, but they are worthwhile to have. Yeah, that's true. There are subscriptions starting to creep in. They have the, what do they call it? The pose tool, right? Where any of it kind of does a quote unquote AI interpolation with your poses. And yeah, that, other than the base reference stuff, everything is a subscription on that, which I found kind of annoying.
Anyway, let's wander around. So I think if we go around the universe here, let's try not to get too lost. Hey, Blubberbutt, is that you or your brother? Did you cut me off? What are you doing? You're not doing bad things to my storage, are you? You know what? I may make a shortcut. Oh, we got no iron plates. Man. Let's go up and over. Going up. No! Really? Yeah. Really? Really, bro? Really, bro? Ha! Look at that aerial maneuver. You know what? I would feel bad cutting down those trees. Got to leave some nature. So, fun fact, one point in my life, I worked as a carpet installer's helper, and he had a side job, or sort of a side job, helping his friend clear out land to make a golf course. They had lots of trees. So he cut, I think he had his chainsaw sitting down on the ground. His friend cut the tree, it started falling. He saw his chainsaw in the way, stupidly ran to go get it, grabbed it, and as he was turning around to get out of the way, the tree clipped his shoulder and broke his wing bone, which is like that little bone off your collarbone, I think. Or, I don't know. It's basically your shoulder. Yeah, and that was his right hand, his right arm. And there's not a lot of work for a one-armed, off-handed carpet installer. So I lost my job because he couldn't do his work anymore. True story. So yeah, respect falling trees. I didn't see it live, no. He told me about it. He basically called me up and said, hey, guess what? We're not working anymore. Yeah, Deviant, don't let us pressure you into buying iClone or anything. You know? Get your engine swapped, see how much money you have left. Think about it later. All right, let's put our chainsaw down. Okay, let's see. We had our concrete. We just need our steel plates. We should have... Oh, look at that. So this is something we dismantled some time ago and forgot this piece. I like how things just float in the air, as they often do in real life. Check these out, Deviant. These little birds, they have mouths that open up to look like a flower when they open up. They catch flies because the flies think they're flowers and fly into their mouth. Pretty cool, huh? Don't run away. I'm trying to show Deviant how cool you are. No, they're probably like dodos and penguins. I don't think they fly. They just waddle with style. Right, plates. Alright, so you're obviously not the same. So you're Blubberbutt. I wonder who the other one is. Plates. How many do we need? We only need 101. So I can split this by holding something. Control? No, that's not it. Alt. Shift. Ah, just right click on it. Gotcha. Actually, we need iron for building things, so that's fine. We'll just take more than we need. Totally fine. Turn this guy back on. So our smart what's it panels are continually starting to be made again. And we have another milestone accomplished. And concrete. Big red button time. Wink.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as AWESOME. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly.
Bye.
In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
So we now have an awesome sink and an awesome shop we can build. They require a lot of power to run. I think this thing sucks a lot of power. Actually 30 milliwatts. I mean, that's, with our primitive leaf burning power plants, that's kind of costly. I thought it was more than that for some reason. And this, I don't think the shop actually requires power. But yeah, if we actually start making more resources than we need, we can pump them into the awesome sink, get some coupons, be able to buy stuff. But we don't really need or want that right now, so let's get our next milestone, shall we? You know what? A little quality of life fix real fast here.
so I don't have to literally jump every single frick. Oh, are you kidding me? Damn you, depth perception. There we go. Okay, looks like we've got iron plates, iron rods, concrete, and reinforced plates. Oh, we can't actually feed it yet because our little pod has not come back yet. These are basically going in that pod as we feed it. And it's still up in the air, 2 minutes away, up there somewhere. We do have to wait a little bit. We can collect more reinforced thingamajiggers though. Got an excess of them, which is great. We got almost all our concrete we need. Whoa. Oh yeah, I forgot to even try that out, and apparently it doesn't work. Nope, doesn't quite make it. I smash into the cliff. Wonder if I can point it to here. Oh well. Put it somewhere else. Oh yeah, our stupid thing's not back yet. Oh, it's coming down. Welcome back, stupid thing. Oh wow, that's sad, Deviant. I'm just reading about your girlfriend's father. That's super sad. Just getting away from the noise here. Reading chat. Man, that's tough. Yeah, I had a friend who used to do tree removal. It's crazy watching them, you know, hike up the tree, cutting it, part of it down while they're strapped to the rest of it and things like that. He was a manly man. He actually accidentally cut his arm, no, his leg. I think it was his leg with the chainsaw. Just climbed down and duct taped it closed. And I think he kept working. So yeah, that's a man right there. Let's see, what am I doing? I have no idea. We can... things back so we can feed it. So we got all our those. Got most of the concrete. All right, usual concrete rods and plates.
Cool. Concrete and plates. Should be able to bang this milestone out fast. If I don't get lost in the factory. I gotta shut this down for a little bit and accumulate some plates, I think. And I got the rods, just need some concrete. Go back around to our favorite concrete manufacturing facility. Holy crap, used to drive log skidders at 9 years old. That's so cool. Nowadays, they train you how to weld using a virtual reality rig. How sad is that? Like, how does that even work? There's so many intricacies to welding. It doesn't even make sense that they would even try to teach you how to do it with a VR rig. Yeah, right? They're not expensive. It's just all part of the world, you know? Yeah. Come on, be my friend. Why don't you sit on my shoulder like a parrot? Come on, buddy. Oops. Come on. Don't be like that. Run, Forrest, run. Alright, I don't want to give you a heart attack. Apparently, there's like berries. I haven't seen any in this map yet, but there's berries. And you know that the floating lizard doggy looking thing? You can actually feed him berries and befriend him, and he'll follow you around like a pet. Okay, all we need is some plates. Let's feed my power supply and get rid of some of this junk in inventory. Feed the power station. Yeah, he's a confused little guy. Plates. Not quite enough. 48. Oh no, I have 50 in stock, so yeah. Oh no, I need 50. 58. Math is hard. Come on, one more. There you go. Another big red button. Yay.
Milestone reached. Fixit would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint Fixit.
Jay says there's a huge fleet of little robot type carts driving around Miami Beach now doing food delivery. So it's definitely starting. That's cool. It's actually pretty neat. I'm a little bit surprised people don't just like take them or molest them in some way, or because people are asses. Unless they have tasers built into them. Imagine that somebody goes to like do something to it and it just zaps them. Yeah. Oh, we're actually done. So we actually just unlocked conveyor belt, like faster conveyor belts and lifts, which is nice. You wouldn't think conveyor belt speed is a thing, but when they just, it really makes a big difference when your factories are becoming larger and you have bottlenecks, you know, where there's one point where you have a lot of things going through a conveyor belt that needs to split up. Conveyor belt speed is a big factor later. Coal, oh, look at this, coal power. This is going to be a nice milestone, so we don't have to burn leaves anymore. We can automate our power supply. It'll be interesting to see. We'll be able to scan for coal and see where it is. For coal needs not only coal, but you also need water. But I think this map has tons of water features. Hopefully near coal. Hopefully the coal is not so far away. I think this map is supposed to be difficult in the terrain, is, you know, has a lot of height variance to it, but I think it's supposed to be resource heavy to make up for it, so we should be okay. It'll be interesting to see though. But let's select it and collect these things real fast and get some coal going on. That's exciting. All right. Right away, we need to shut down our smart plate production again, because we need both rotors and reinforced plates. And we do need reinforced plates, so we'll turn that back on. Okay, so those will start building up, and in the meantime, we have cable, copper cabling, and we should have tons of that because that's just been over here being produced. We should be good with that. Oh yeah, we're flush with cable. Checking chat again. Animation AI. The robots are multiplying. Animation AI by NVIDIA called Genmo. Interesting. I actually kind of like all these AI tools, probably because I'm not the one being displaced by. I guess I technically would be as an animator, but I don't know. I still feel they're more like tools for artists than something that's going to kill us off. I mean, I think ultimately they're going to be used for simpler, stupid things. Like, you know, when I make a thumbnail, half the time I'll just use Midjourney to make a thumbnail nowadays. You know, things like that. Somebody could make a book cover probably just with a Midjourney, you know, prompt. Whereas normally they would have to hire an artist to create it for them. But they only get what they get, you know. If you're working with an artist, you can say, you know, I want the guy to be older, I want this, I want that, I want a tree in the background. And you can sort of do that with AI now. It's starting to be more flexible, but mostly it's just whatever it has been exposed to. It kind of regurgitates in its own dreamy fashion. So, I don't know. We're not quite there yet. Definitely one of those mixed feelings kind of things, but in general, I find it fascinating. I know a lot of artists just going to want to burn AI down with it, and chase the programmers out of town with a pitchfork. Yeah, that's true. Any sophisticated technology ends up getting used to blowing each other up with eventually. That's truth. Yep. So, you know, I feel bad for artists because obviously it's taking away from, it's definitely going to take away some amount of work from artists. They're only going to be able to do commissions for more elaborate works, I think. But that's just the way the world works. I mean, you know, the guy who used to make tools out of bronze got knocked out of by the guy who made, you know, steel. And you know, I used to post things at a letterbox that was in the middle of a parking lot, and that parking lot had a Blockbuster Video, which was a store rental. And I remember at some point I switched to Netflix. You know, and that's when they used to actually literally like mail out the DVDs to you, and you'd return them in the mail. And I remember going to that mailbox and posting back my Netflix discs while looking at the closed down Blockbuster and just thinking, you know, that's how things evolve, right? True, yeah, it is happening faster. I mean, it's just been a few years, really, since it's started ripping through. And it seems to get more and more sophisticated by the week. It's very true, Jay. The adjustment period's a little too fast, probably. It's not a slow evolution, it's more like a revolution. Anyway, let's go back and see if we have any stuff stored up yet.
I should be over here. Yeah, that's right. Can't wait till we get signed so I know what everything is. 14. Oh, it's going to take a while. Zero. I got no rotors. Is my rotor machine off? No, it's just... Oh, they're probably just backing up. They haven't backed up to this yet. Gotcha. Alright. Gonna take a while. Let's see, what can we do in the meantime? I feel things no longer, I'm just reading Jay's comments. I feel things no longer have time to gain momentum. Everything's a 5-year life cycle tops, or much less, as we've seen with AI. Sort of fun, sort of fun to witness it happening. Sad, scary face, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see it. It's pretty wild. It is an interesting time to be alive and see this. See all the technological advancements happening weekly. You wonder if has anybody seen Wall-E, that cartoon? I wonder if it's just going to be a Wall-E future where everything is automated and we're just these fat humans that sit around and just consume entertainment all day. I mean, kind of heading there already. I think most of us would just get bored of doing that. Yeah, I think the people, especially the people on this chat and on Jay's Discord server, people that get entertainment and value from life by creating things would definitely hate that and get bored very fast. I mean, that's most of our entertainment, right? Is doing, creating, you know, whether it be something physical or something virtual. But yeah, so supposedly you get a lot more actual happiness and satisfaction out of life when you create something, which kind of makes sense. It's a sense of accomplishment and something you can look back on and admire. If you just have like an empty life that you just consume entertainment all day, it doesn't really, it just gets bleak and not as happy as you think it would be. It's good to be that way on vacation and such, but it's not a lifestyle, I think. Yeah, true, Jay. I mean, technically I'm kind of in that zone right now. I'm pseudo-retired now. So I get to just kind of kick back and do things I enjoy, but I still get up, I still create. I made the, you know, animations, and it's not a big benefit to society, but it is a little bit of an entertainment value, and it was something for me to do and accomplish. So yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I think we'll still do it even if we don't have to, because I'm kind of proof that that's the case. And I'm still creating things with my 3D printers. I still actually sort of enjoy, I won't say I enjoy work as in I don't enjoy a 9-to-5 job, but I enjoy my job where I'm doing, I'm creating prototypes for people and things like that. I still do that because I love being creative, coming up with things to make, solving problems. I think those are things that, you know, make for a happy life. So I hope we don't go the Wall-E way. But I certainly see plenty of people like that, you know? And they all seem unhappy, and they try to fill that void with consuming more and more crap, videos, games, whatever. They don't really do anything with their life. They just consume. Yeah, Deviant. I think it's true that humans could benefit. You know, because when you think about it, a perfect world would be one where all our needs are met, things are automated and supplied to us. You know, power, material things, but we're still free to do what we want, and we're still free to make our own things if we want. I don't know. It's hard to say, but the problem I think is maybe it's happening too fast for people. So there's this I won't say myth, but there's this belief that everybody has to work 40 hours a week. And if they're not working 40 hours a week, they're not making a living. They're not being productive. They're not like forwarding the benefiting the world and, you know, doing their part. So eventually that paradigm is going to have to change a little bit, where, you know, people don't necessarily have to have a full-time job. The problem is everything right now is tied to you having to have working 40 hours in order to make a living. So how it shifts where you're still making a living and not having to, I won't say not having to work for it, but not having to work a steady job for it. That's going to be an interesting transition. That's so true, Deviant. A lot of people's identities are tied to their jobs. I've met so many, at my former job, we've had plenty of retirees working for us, even part-time, sometimes full-time, coming back to work because they're bored. They have nothing to do with they've retired and they don't know what to do with themselves. So they literally come back to work to have something to do, which I think is just so sad. Like, it's not like, these are people, they have enough money to live, you know, they can do things. It's not like they need the money. They have pensions and such, they have savings. They could be doing literally anything else, but instead they're sitting on a factory floor doing quality control or something. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, some don't have the creative ability. They're very true, very true. If you don't have that spark and you're somebody who just needs to be told what to do and needs direction, and I can see it. Yeah, not everybody is a creative type. Some people need to sit there and have something to do and need to be told what to do. I'm not sure what happens to those people. I guess they can work repairing the robots. Unless the robots get smart enough to repair themselves, in which case they'll just kill us off and we won't have to worry about it. Let's see how our things are building up. At any rate, it's happening pretty fast, so I guess we'll sort of see what happens firsthand. Yeah, man, I hear you. I hear you, Deviant. Finding that thing we love and could do all day is kind of tricky when we're all worried about paying the bills. So true. And then there's the fact that most of the time, if you get a job doing something you do, once it's a job, it's no fun anymore. Like, I'm happy for Jay. Jay managed to find a job doing 3D, which is something he quite enjoys as a hobby, and he's managed to, I guess, hopefully still enjoy it as a job. So I'm happy for him, but it doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes when you have to do something to make a living, it no longer becomes something you really want to do. Yep, don't make your hobby your job. Well, we're just kind of sitting on waiting on our production line. Actually, we got some smart whatsits. Let's see how many smart whatsits we have. We can send them up on our space elevator. That's something to do. Oh, we got a decent amount of them. We need 1,000. Got 110. You can send them up. What the hell? Not really send them up, we'll just load them into the machine. I wonder if I can do a launching pad up onto that platform. Let's find out. That would be fun. I love how our first form of transport is a jump pad. Oh, our frickin' rotors. No, iron plates. Our frickin' iron plates. Just gonna make my own damn iron plates. Yep. I mean, you can get burnout doing anything. Speaking of making your hobby your work and getting burnt out and stuff, how far along are you, Jay, with your project? The movie project that you're working on? For those not familiar, Jay, aka the WP Guru, is working on, what is it, Heart of Mercy? Is part of a team that's making like a religious movie. And Jay's doing sort of like the background special effects. Like most of it was just shot on a green screen. So Jay's creating a lot of the environments and other, basically half the movie. The movie part of the movie, it sounds like, other than the acting. Yep, he put a link in there in the description. Awesome. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious how far along you feel like you are. Is it another year's worth of work, maybe? 6 months, 2 years, 5 years? I know it's hard to guess because, ooh, that's a fire. I know it's hard to guess. But I'm just kind of curious if you have an estimate. Can I make 2 rotors? I can make 3 rotors. that look like we're going? Oh, I can't quite see. It looks like it could be going where we need it to go. Just maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. The old power problem. Oh. Yeah, fine, I'll take it. Alright, actually, let's make it a little ramp here. Shall we? Can I make a ramp? See what Jay has to say about my question. Deviant says, it's awesome to see the progress of Jay's abilities. She learns how to do it and do it better. Oh, Jay's abilities as he learns how to do it and then do it better. Yeah, it is interesting to see Jay refine his process as he's going along. Jay says, it's hard to say. I've been working on the project for 2 years, and ideally we'd finished by the end of the year. I can't see it happening though, so it'll probably be another year from now. Leo, I'll get back to you in 1 sec. We've roughed up about 70% of it, but the refinements will take some time. Yeah, that's true. The last 20% take like 80% of the time. It'll be an Easter release due to the topic, so it'll probably be Easter 2027 release. Fair enough. Hello, Nate. Butts to you too. And Leo, you haven't really missed too much. We've gathered more materials and built stuff. We've been having conversations about AI taking over the world and our jobs and what the future looks like for artists and other people. Things like that. Ooh, why am I getting weird flashy things? And we're basically waiting for plates and rotors to be manufactured so that we can then gain the milestone of coal power so we can make a coal power plant. So that's where we're at. How are you today, Mr. Nate? And I have some tea, hang on. Oh yeah, anyway, I'm up here. We're going to feed this some smart plates. And there we go. We're slowly making our way to phase 2 milestone. Exciting. Oops, whoa, that was cool. Got the matrix. Okay. Got it, the secret code matrix stuff going on. Just woke up, not sure yet. Fair enough. We got a
fix this wiring. This is going to bug the hell out of me. Actually, shit. How do I want to do this? Do I really want a thing going across there? I really don't, but I don't have much of a choice. I guess I could do it over there instead. I mean, my whole frickin' thing is just... Could actually just power it off of there. This is my jump pad. Check it out. Allows me to suicide jump off of this. You know, I think that's the #1 use for Microsoft browsers, is to download either Chrome or Firefox and then never be used again. Slowly getting there. Well, I guess we could go wandering around again. Kind of like exploring. Let's see, we'll just go, we'll head south again. Check it out, Nate. We can deforest the world now. De-Googling, huh? It's difficult these days. Google has their little paws into everything. I used to actually like Google as a company when they were private, but then they went public, and you know, that's usually the end of any company as far as ethics is concerned. Oh, we got a nice little stream going on. Let's take a bath. There's Fuzzy Butt Jr. Hey, Fuzzy Butt Jr. So this plant supposedly tastes like bacon.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Yes, dear. Oh, look, we found sulfur. Nice. Let's mark this on the map. There we go. Always good to know where our stuff is. Bacon shrooms. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. We were going to go south. Ooh, well, that's a little difficult to keep going south. Got more bacon shrooms, though. Oh, I can't quite make it. Too steep. See if we could go around. Can you give me a lift, bro? No? I'm not sure how we're going to climb that, but we could try. Whoa. Maybe we can follow the stream. Ooh, spooky indoor stuff. Cool. Look at that. Wonder if we're gonna get the giant spiders. They're like super creepy. Oh, we got some kind of bat-looking things, maybe. That's pretty. Got power slugs galore. Oh, there's the spiders. All right. Oh, I hear him skittering. Oh, oh, there he is. I know, he's probably super friendly and really nice, but yeah, spider. Should get spider meat from him, I think. No? There it is.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes. There are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Oops. Yeah, that was funny when we're all up at like the wee hours in the morning. Just so happened. This is a cool little place. I like it. This is pretty neat. I think that's where we came in, no? Yeah, that's where I think that's where we came in. Hello, Power Slope. I have no idea how to get up there. Oh, more skittering. Where is he? Oh, it's so creepy. Ooh, I may be able to go around. Are you stuck on a landscape feature? Let me help you out. Yeah, not getting him. Alright, let's keep going south and... Ah, I totally missed it. Whiff. Can't really go any further. Ooh, nice little waterfall coming down in there. I guess we'll collect him and then leave the cave. Pretty cool. Yeah, you know, broken legs are just part of the game. Alrighty. Wow, that was cool. Guess there's no reason to really mark that on the map. probably. Alright, we're still trying to figure out how to keep going south-ish. I don't know how I would get up there. Maybe I can go around. There we go. Hear stuff. These things? Well, no, I don't think it's these particular. Some of these rocks actually have things in them. They're like geodes almost. You can, we'll actually get dynamite eventually or something similar to it, be able to blow them up. Always fun. Oh, there's something smoking over there. What's that? A wreck. Nice. Ah, speaking of which, these are the dynamite-y things, or what you can make with them. Repairs needed. We need two things that we need black powder. Have not even discovered that yet. I wonder if there's any laying. Sometimes there's actually what you need laying around. Excuse me. I'm working here, bro. And you too. You guys can just piss off. Collecting stuff. Let's just clear the area a bit. Hello, big hunk of sulfur.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fixit helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Clearly, game AI still has a way to go. Hey, buddy. You look friendly. You're just going to go back and forth and... Yeah, he's totally friendly. Is your head wide enough to ride? I'm going to jump off the cliff by mistake. Let's see what's down there. Look, more broken ankles. That's a pretty tree. Look at that crazy thing. Dude, I want a tree house up there. And we even have bacon plants to eat for breakfast in the mornings. Nice place. Exactly, Nate. If you're not coming home with broken feet and ankles and stuff, then you're just not trying hard enough. Well, let's head home, wherever that is. Let's see, home is back the other way. We'll kind of go around the long way here. Definitely an interesting map. Ooh. Geyser. Neat. You can make little geothermal power plants out of them later in the game. They don't make a lot of power, but it's good supplemental power. Cool. Come on. Oh, hello. It is a pretty map, at least. Lots going on. Oh, look at him. Think of the fly swatter you need for him. Interesting creature. You're talking about that bird that has a mouth of a flower? Yeah, he's pretty weird. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? You know, little insects think it's a flower, they land on it, and then get eaten. Ooh. Hey, let's break our ankle, shall we? Yeah. Certainly not hurting for plants around here. Ooh. Speaking of plants, these things are like, yep, they kill you. They're not super great. When we get bombs, though, we can blow them up, which is nice. We can also make filters to, like masks to wear to filter out the poison.
But not now. Ooh. Oh. I don't know if I can make it. No, I'm not gonna make it. We may die. Ooh. Let's try to bounce on his back. Ooh, my health is down. No more breaking my ankles for a little while. Can I eat bacon? Can I eat the bacon plants? I forget if I can. Consumable. In the hand. Yeah, I can eat some bacon plants. Mine, not yours. You want one? Want a bacon plant? No? Oh, more for me. Crunchy bacon plant. Spore thing. Yummy. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to eat all of them. Oh well. We were going to analyze them in the thingamajigger. Oh well, we'll have to collect more later. Hey look, somebody built a power plant up here. Who could have done that?
The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Bug protein, yum. We don't have any. I ate them all, damn it. Oh well. Do have sulfur.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clear.
And back. Hello, check, check. I think we're back. Let me get my chat back. Here we go. Oh yeah, we got everything here. Ooh, we had some coal. We're gonna get coal next, actually. So pretty soon, we might be able to make our bombs. We have to make detonators. We're gonna need steel. So we'll have to reach the steel age before we can make bombs. But that's right around the corner. It's actually what we're working towards. Let's actually see if we have the stuff we need to unlock coal. Sorry, fixing my mic. Oh. Tilda brings up cool stuff. Yay. I think this is a good point to end things.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Good choice. Just out of laughs. So the next stream we'll start with making a coal power plant. Let's actually just see if we can find some coal right off the bat here. I'm kind of curious of how close it is. Let's see. Scanner is V. Look at that. Oh, we can look for sulfur. We can look for limestone, copper, iron. Let's go for coal. Ooh, it's not a good sign. Oh, that's a long way away, kids. That's kind of disheartening, actually. that's going to be a ways. And we don't even have the big power lines yet. Oh man. I thought this was gonna, well, I guess it's not, it's an intermediate map. I thought resources were gonna be more abundant though. That's wild. Oh. That's not just break ankle height, that's break everything height. Come here, dude, I want to jump on your back. Come here. Come on, boy. actually. Why can't I just build it here? Does it feel like Fortnite now? Good enough. Yeah, it's definitely not OSHA approved. Also, interesting that nothing has to be underneath these to support them. I'm sensing another big fall. Damn, boy. Really? Maybe this stuff is better. That's looks very far down. This is a crazy ass map. Wow. May have to come back to these. Maybe some of the others are more accessible, even though they're further. We gotta go up or... I'm not jumping. Oh. Oh. This map is just crazy. I feel like we're not going to be able to accomplish anything until we get a jetpack. Damn, man. We swim for it? Is it going to be up there? Damn, bro. Oh, toxic plants. Run! The shorter one, the longer one, they all look like they're up there somewhere. So we got over there-ish and over there-ish. Somehow we got to go forward across. Let's go for it. Oh, got a beach. Let's head for the beach. Yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us making a coal plant. On the plus side, there seems to be plenty of water around, so that's good because we need water along with coal to make the coal plant. So it should be off. Off to our left and up. Damn, man. This. Yeah, up. Looks like we're gonna have to get up there somehow. These things are. Might as well gather some samples of this stuff.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Damn, brother. Kind of maybe see a way up. Damn, boy. Yeah, we're gonna go up this way. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, who knew the future was sponsored by dentists? Let's see what these things give us. Mycelia.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Whew, they're making us work for this coal, aren't they? We need a sample of you, Bao. Sorry about this. Any animal rights people, please look away. I'm gonna shock you in the butt. Damn, you're sturdy.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
I don't think I have your sample yet either. Oh, tased your face, bro. And your butt. Oh. Are you dead already? You just didn't fall over? Oh, yeah, you're dead on your feet. Sorry, bro. Didn't mean to shock your dead carcass.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Ooh. Cool. Alright. Seems we've found Coalapalooza here. We got our water source. Hey, look, pure coal. Whew. Let's take some home just so we have it. See you later, Nate. I'm shutting down here really soon too, so I'll probably I'll probably end it very soon here. Just want to mark this guy on the map, and then we'll probably end it. All right, on the map. There's more of it around. Cool. And we got our water over here. We got water, we got coal. Something we can do. We can actually make a highlight. So now it just stands out. Yeah. Cool. So we got some coal, we got our water, we got animal protein. Life is good. All right. This is a future site of our coal production plant, it looks like. Gonna need some deforesting, but we'll do that next week. Let's catch up on chat and then get the heck out of here. Making fun of Dennis. Yep, looks like I'm caught up. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for hanging out. We've reached the coal age, so we're now officially gonna make our own power, automated. We won't have to like feed it leaves and wood all the time, which is fantastic. So we'll do that next week. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot for everything. Let me save here, I guess. That would be a good idea. Save game. Day 4. Save. What are you talking about? Talking about? Are you sure you want to overwrite the save that exists in another session? Eh? What are you talking about, Willis? Is that like... Is it going to save up over... Whatever. Alright, so that's that. Exit the desktop. Over here in OBS, we're going to roll with... let's do an outro of some sort.